Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at the Motorhome and Caravan Show 2025 and I'm on the Eura Mobil stand. Now Eura Mobil are a premium German manufacturer. They've got a selection of models that I'm going to give you a brief overview of, and then we are going to dive into a more detailed review of the Activa One 650 HS. Now Eura Mobil are sold throughout Europe and they are also available here in the UK and in New Zealand. So if you are watching part of our New Zealand audience, then your best dealership to go to is Infinity Caravans and Motorhomes based in Christchurch. And this video is being filmed in partnership with them, and we're going to be doing a review of one of the models that they've got in stock. So if you are interested in Eura Mobil, whether it be in the UK, Europe or New Zealand, then we're just going to have a brief overview of what's available. As you can see, I've started in front of this one. Now what a bit of kit that is. I'm hoping I may do a little bit more content around that in the future, but it just gives you an idea. Now their models are based on Mercedes, as we can see a platform here, and Fiat. As well as having this off-road style, they also have integrated or A-class motorhomes, and this is an example of one of their integrated motorhomes. This is a Mercedes-based one. We can see the colour scheme available on the exterior, so it's not just the standard white finish. This is another Mercedes one, and this is semi-integrated. Again, we can see the styling with the black cab, the white and those graphics. I'll just let you dive your head in there just so you can see the finish and the fabric on a Mercedes base. This is the Profiler T726, the Freestyle edition. And just to give you an idea, prices start on this at just under £109,000. So it's interesting just to see, if you are looking at a Mercedes-based motorhome, something that is available from a manufacturer that I've not particularly looked at myself. Now this again, Mercedes, this is Contura. This is going up a spec, starting at 129,000. But again, we can see the black cab, the white body, and then we have got a beautiful finish. I'll let Jules just dive in there with you and show you the interior on this one. So this one again also has the single bed layout. That is very popular in Europe, as you'll know. There are different layouts available across the Eura Mobil range, but just taking a look in there. Right, let's continue on. What we're going to do is we're going to find a Fiat base model and do a little bit of a detailed review. We'll come round this way. So we've seen the semi-integrated, we've seen integrated, and we've seen a nice off-road vehicle. Next, we're going to stop here. So the detailed review we're going to do of this model. So this is Activa One, and this is the 650 HS. Activa One, we can see here, is what you may also know as an Alcove model. This is actually 4 berths with 4 travel seats. Now let's go through those all-important facts and figures. So on the Activa One range, there's actually 3 different layouts available. Based on Fiat, with the 2.2 litre diesel engine, 140 horsepower as standard. There is an optional 180 horsepower. Just head round the front so we can see the front of the Fiat cab. So it's the white frontage, and then you can see the Alcove and the Eura Mobil logo up there. You may want to know a few more facts and figures, so let's talk about those. Let's go through the size first of all. So the 650, it is 6.5 metres long, it's 2 metres and 32 centimetres wide, and it's 3 metres and 15 centimetres in height. You can see the height obviously because of that alcove. Now weights, this is interesting. In terms of weight, this is available in 3.5 tonnes, so if you only have the B category, your car licence, that's not a problem at all. You can opt for the 3.65 tonnes, or if you want a great payload, 4.25 tonnes. So you've got those options available. So looking down the offside, you can see the alcove, the graphics in the gold with the grey, the white cab and body. You will get an external shower, you will get a gas barbecue point. This particular model has the low profile garage that we can see here, so you will have room for some storage. Depending on the layout is going to depend on the size of your garage. This one, we'll see the layout when we dive inside. I think you might like this one, quite a few of you. On the rear end, we've got the rear view camera that we can see up there, and you also have a little access hatch into that garage space, and then these lovely LED slimline lights as well. So that's our rear. Down the near side, you can access your garage space here, and then we have a water filling point. On board, huge water tanks, 150 litres of fresh, 150 litres of grey waste, and then the vent for the Truma. It comes as standard with the Truma 6E, so that'll work on electric when you're on the electric hookup, and when you're not or off-grid, it's gas. Here's the shower point that I mentioned, the toilet cassette point, further storage, and our electric hookup. Now, these are available in the UK and New Zealand as right-hand drive models, so you don't have to have left-hand drive as they would in Europe. What we have here though is the habitation door here on the off side, and we're going to dive in there and take a closer look. So come on, follow me. Now, coming in, the way this has been set up at the show is they've deployed the staircase. This is actually your access point into the cab. So if that is folded away, you can see the stairs here. You're going to fold those away, slide that across and access into the cab. But currently this is in sleep mode. So I'll just move back, I'll let Jules come in and we'll take a look at that. Now, these are really good size single beds. It's unusual to have single beds running. It's normally a transverse bed in the alcove. These are 200 centimetres long and 80 centimetres wide. You'll also see that infill cushion section as well to make that one large double bed. So you have got a proper bed, because this model does not have a fixed bed, it has that there. So there's your staircase, as you can see in operation. When your staircase is put away, you'll also have storage here, and you have shelving storage here as well under the bed, so you're not losing valuable storage space. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make my way now through the motorhome. I'm going to start at floor level first of all. So this is the flooring scheme for this 2026 model. You can see here that finish on it. Around the motorhome at ground level, there are air vents. That's coming off that Truma 6E system. Our washroom is here on the near side. Now, what I say is this is a 6.5 metre motorhome, but yet you've got all this space in it because the bed is up there. The one thing you will find on a motorhome of this size is the all-in-one shower and washroom. When I open the door, we've got a little hook for our towels, and then that leads in to the shower room. I'll let Jules show you it first of all, and then I'm going to go in myself. So you have the circular shower screen curtain that's going to fold round. In the floor, there's 2 plug holes, and then I'll just move in now and show you this part. So at the moment, when you want to use the shower, you can see the space here. The headroom, this is the circular area I spoke about. You slide your screen around, there's a chrome finish shower head there, and this is where you're going to use the shower space. You will also find the swivel toilet by Thetford and the flush there. You will also have a toilet roll holder, and then up here there's further hooks, the sunroof for ventilation, and a cupboard here. What I like to see, as you'll know when I mention on reviews, is something to stop all your toiletries falling out on top of you when you arrive on the campsite having driven there. I'll close that back up. You then have a couple of little open shelves and some nice lighting here. The chrome tap for the sink, and the sink here does swivel. Obviously don't stand here and use it unless you want to. Stand that side and you're going to swivel it across to there. So I'll just do that for us. So the sink goes into its place and it's now secure for travelling there. That then opens this area up and the toilet space. You also have, if I just drop that down, a little bit of storage under that cabinet there. So that's your all-in-one washroom space. Not bad, to be fair, and it's a good size sink, which I like. Now we'll move further into the main body. So we're actually moving backwards in the motorhome. Bedroom there, washroom, mirror here. On the near side, we have a storage cupboard. You can see in there the shelf sectioning that off. And then we come down to the Thetford Tower fridge and freezer. This is about around 142 litres and it is absorption. So when you're on electric hookup, you're going to be using the electric system. Off grid, that's going to run off gas. And on board you have storage for two 11-kilo gas bottles. So gas is not going to be a problem for you. Diving to the off side, we came in through the door. You'll find blinds and fly screens throughout. Here we have the control panel for the Activa One, the control for the Truma, and there's also a nice feature, a USB and USB-C charging point. Then we make our way into the kitchen area. Nice finish on the worktop here. I like this. It isn't just plain. We've got some nice marbling effect. Underneath, 3 gas burners, and then we have our sink, the circular sink with cover and the matte black tap. There is a nice amount of space on this worktop. Coming down, we then have here a slide out drawer. You can see the cutlery space. I like the liner here, so that's all ready for you. Close that and there is a little press there. And then moving down, we have another drawer here and a further slide out, so we haven't wasted space. And then here, a larger, more deep, much more depth on this one, so a deeper drawer. And then here and here. That's the installation into your gas. What you can do, because you're probably looking and thinking, where do I cook? You can have in the UK the optional oven fitted, and you can also have an optional extractor fan fitted as well, so you don't have to worry about that. You can have an oven. The overhead lockers, so we have a cream finish with light wood, and then we're back to chrome here. If I open the overhead lockers up, we can take a look inside. So you can see there the depth of the locker space in the kitchen. This window does open, there's a blind and a fly screen, and there's a nice little LED light running just under there. You'll find here as well the light switch. One thing I can't see fitted here is a plug socket, so that's just one to consider, whether it will come fitted on the UK models and the New Zealand models, or whether it's something for the dealer to fit. I personally just want a plug here, but that's me personally. So that's our kitchen area, a little bank of shelves there as well. Now, the reason I said I think a few of you will be interested is I often get contacted and asked about rear lounge models because motorhomes lack relaxation space. However, we have a huge rear lounge here. I'll just take a seat. So back here you can see the fabric, the cream with the grey colour effect fabric. There is a standard fabric and then there's 2 optional choices, so you don't just have to go for this. We also have these nice headrests as well, which is nice. The television installation is going to be here. So let's just talk there. So your TV is going to go in here. There's the 12 volt and then you've got your attachment there. Whether you would put a bracket here or here, I'm not sure. Again, speak to the dealer for best advice. I think potentially on there. You're then going to be able to sit around here in the lounge. Nice headrests as well, so you can get sat out and relaxed. Good sized table. You'll notice it is fixed into the floor. That is very standard on European motorhomes. When you want to convert this into a bed, you would depress the table and use the cushions to make this into a bed. And this bed back here is going to be 200 centimetres long, so that's a good size, and 140 centimetres wide. So it's a proper double bed. So this is the lounge area, and you've got the nice nets as well, because the windows literally run all the way around, but you've got the nets for privacy, which is nice. You'll see we have the overhead locker space. I'll just open a couple of these so we can take a look inside them. So opening this one up, these lockers continue all the way around, and then there's also compartments that you can reach into as well that are open. Underneath we have a number of downlighters which are there, so that's giving great illumination. And another feature I like is running around the ceiling. As we can see, we have that further soft lighting or mood lighting. The ceiling is padded as well. That's great for soundproofing and insulation. These are the things you need to look out for with your motorhomes. Light here, and then 2 sunroofs as well. There's no aircon unit fitted, but if you wanted aircon, again, that's something to talk to the dealer about. So that is the lounge area. if you're wanting to do some work at the table, you will find a plug socket down here, so you can plug in and work at the table. Right, so that is the interior of the 650 HS. We have the large rear lounge, which converts into a double bed, all our storage, good sized kitchen space with gas hobs, optional oven can be fitted, the Thetford Tower fridge and freezer, our all-in-one washroom, and then 2 incredibly good size single beds, or you can use it as the double bed as you see it here, and the staircase to go up, and under there is our Fiat cab. I'll just step outside. If you're wondering about price, so this one here that I've just shown you at the show is starting at 85,000, but this one is at 96,000, but 85,000 as standard. Optional extras also include a wind out awning that you can have fitted, and you can also have the 180 horsepower. So that is Activa One 650 HS. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a look around that. There are a number of other Eura Mobil models, as I've said, so I'll put a link in the description. Thank you to Infinity Caravans and Motorhomes in Christchurch, New Zealand. It's good to know we've got an audience all over the world, so thank you very much for watching. We always do enjoy meeting our viewers from New Zealand, where we meet them quite often at Caravan Salon. I'll put a link to Infinity in the description so you can see all the Eura Mobil models that they have in stock. They're also dealers for other manufacturers as well. So if you're in New Zealand, do check them out. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.